Quantum jumping in reality is a real thing. And I feel like this is actually something that I personally do quite often, where it's literally like I am living in different realities, where it's like, where's Heather? And it's like, oh, she's living in a different country, doing a different thing, living a whole new life. She's living her dream. And this is not to brag at all whatsoever. I definitely have my trials as well and have to go through my own challenges. And there are things that come with that as well. But for the most part, I am out here just kind of like quantum jumping in reality and just like manifesting and shifting to different dreams of mine and living this full experience. Because really, like, that's what I personally came here on earth to do, is to fully fulfill my mission and experience, explore, honor, celebrate the beauty of life, and to see what is out there and to fully experience and live at my full potential. Like, I don't know, if we're not doing that, then like, what are we even really doing here? So yeah, you definitely deserve this too, and I'm really excited because it's actually very easy to quantum shift in your reality. And again, I'm not just talking about like quantum shifting, like, oh my God, I'm living in a different reality, everything's different. It's like, no, I mean literally manifesting straight up miracles, shifting timelines to where your situation, your relationship, your experience, everything is completely different, shifting to the reality that you deserve and that you have wanted to actually create. So I'm really excited to share this. And if you're new here, welcome to the Activation Vibration. I'm Heather, and I really feel like this topic in specific is so important because everyone is just in a better vibe when they're living a better life. Like, that is why I'm here sharing this, because I want for you listening to be living your best life, to be stoked, to be happy, to wake up and be like, wait, this is a gift to be living here on earth. Like, what miracles can I create today? And that's what you deserve. So being in an environment that actually supports that is definitely a thing, because I know what it can be like to be living in a situation or in a household or an environment that is not supporting your highest evolution and expression. So if that is the case, then we're gonna go ahead and just like manifest, shift, change that right here, right now, asking for God, your higher source, your angels, your guides, whatever it is that you connect to connect to you and to align you to that timeline to already just begin that shift. And with that, going into the first way to quantum shift, quantum leap in your reality is to make the decision. Now, although this may sound just casual and simple, it's actually very not. This is something that immediately kickstarts the energetics of the shift of your reality, because things are happening beyond you. Do you know that? Are you aware of that? That the world is going on. There are things that are being attracted to you and that you are magnetizing and also repelling in your reality right here, right now, that you may not have comprehension of, but it is happening. So as you make the decision, like, I am ready to change, I am ready to shift this certain thing, or maybe you don't even have clarity on what that is specifically, but just as a whole, you are ready to shift and change. When you make that decision, it starts to happen. So make that decision right here, right now, if you're ready to. And again, this can be as simple and casual as you want it to be. It doesn't have to be like a huge life shift and change, but just something that kind of adjusts within you and adjusts you to your highest timeline and experience. And the next way is to shift your perspective. First of all, shifting the perspective of where you are at. If you would all feel like, oh, this is bad, I'm in the wrong space, this is not good, this is this, that's not the energy. Even in having the decision that you want to shift and change, it's not from a space of like, this sucks ass, like, I don't like my life, I need to change. It's from a space of like, oh, I'm ready. This has expired. And with that, we can acknowledge the purpose of it in whatever way it expressed and be grateful for it. Like, thank you, phase, experience, version of me, environment, whatever, for catalyzing my growth and for the clarity that I have now. Thank you. I love you. Thank it for its service and leave it, transition it in that energy, being grateful, seeing from a different perspective of what it is and what it represents. And again, being grateful, like, thank you, now I'm here in this space and I get to be in the spaces that I'm going to be in moving forward. Yes. And the next way to quantum shift, quantum leap in your reality is really for the overthinkers, those who are more logical and perhaps think in terms of loops, where when something comes into their reality or they have a task or something needs to get done, they feel it kind of like circulating in the field. I personally have this with things that I want to get done, as well as ideas of inspiration and creation, where when they come into my field and I'm aware like that is something that I want to align to and create and manifest into form, or a task like that is something that I want to do and will benefit me in my life somehow, I will have it like circulating in my field until it gets complete. And some people speak of this in terms of loops running in their mind where they need to close the loop. So the next way is to get things done that you have been wanting to get done. Perhaps it's a task that you need to complete, not an ideal, fun task, but just needs to happen and complete in order for you to feel free and liberated and move on to this next stage of your life. Complete it. Maybe it is something that you are excited about, an idea or a creation, something that would perhaps even pull you out of your comfort zone where you reveal more of yourself and it's kind of like triggersome or risky in some way. Do that thing, express it, share it, let it move through you. By doing things like this, by completing things, we make space for the new. And then by actually doing the things, taking action towards listening to the callings, trusting our intuition, and actually moving in that path by doing it, that is a quantum shift that will instantly adjust you to the reality where you are perhaps embodying that energy or the new energy. And this initiates things beyond you, where things just start being taken care of. And again, coming into your reality, aligning divinely for you because you have made this, done this, or expressed this. And with that too, another way is to speak your truth. Is there something that has needed to be said? A conversation needed to be had, a truth, an expression that needs to be shared. Perhaps you don't even know who it's necessarily for, but it is always for a reason. So if there's a truth of yours that you have been holding on to or suppressing, speak it, share it, emanate it. Once the truth is spoken, then that which is actually true, meant to be, can take place. And the last way to quantum leap in your reality is to move locations or go on a trip. To actually remove yourself from the energetic environment in which you are in. Perhaps it's even just like a road trip, like a few hours away, or maybe it's you moving countries to a country that you have never been to before. Shifting yourself and allowing yourself to experience a new energetic field and grid. It's actually a thing where our environment can affect us because there are a lot of things that are in the environment. We don't even need to go into that. But also at the same time, it could be the energies, the people, those who are actually living around you, or even the memories that have been stored in the imprinted pockets of energy in that space, where maybe subconsciously it just reminds you of certain things or keeps you in a certain energy. You may not even know what it is, and often when you leave this space, it becomes clear like, oh, that's what that was. Like, okay, you can identify it and clear it, and again, thank it, appreciate it, and you've already shifted. But if you feel like you are stagnant or stuck in your space, move. You can always move back if you want to, if you don't like where you moved to, or you can move somewhere else. But often when we feel certain callings to move, even if we don't exactly know like what is meant for us in those spaces, it is a quantum shift. It is a quantum leap in our reality. So yeah, all these things are really truly so powerful. And again, when we quantum shift, when we quantum leap, when we do any of these things, really all it is doing is activating our true self, allowing us to embody who we actually truly are, freeing ourselves of the limitations, healing, and clearing things so that we can actually be and express who we are meant to be, so that we can again access our full potential and embody our mission, our purpose here on earth. So know that you deserve this. If you feel like you are in a situation, relationship, energy, thought process, environment, home, whatever, that doesn't serve you anymore, then you deserve to shift. You totally deserve that. And I'm praying that divinity aligns so that you are able to shift from that. Because it's important for you to be happy, to be healthy, to be vibrant, to feel free, to feel the energy and essence of life, of passion moving through you. So may it be, and so it truly is. Thank you for being here. Again, share in the comments anything you would like to about quantum leaping, quantum shifting in reality. And as always, I'm so grateful to connect with you. Infinite blessings.